Welcome to the last Family Fun Fridays. I am Lynn White and I'm with Butler Soil and Water Conservation District, and I'm happy to be here today with...
My name is Becky Vanderpool and I'm the Senior Manager of Park Connections with Metro Parks of Butler County, and we're coming to you today from Rentschler Forest in Fairfield Township.
So Becky, do you want to tell people what we're going to do today?
Sure. I am fascinated by shadows and the different ways that the sun, as it moves, creates the shadows on the ground, and the way that those shadows change as the sun moves. So today we're going to do a couple of different experiments with some shadow drawing, using both paper and objects, but also with sidewalk chalk and our own shadows on the ground. So come along with us, get out, find your own objects to perhaps draw as well, and see how they change as the sun moves and what we also might be able to see in those shadows. Join us for fun. We brought a few supplies here to use for our first activity while here at the park. Paper, some random objects, and crayons. You'll see that we chose to use a pine cone and the pig in the picture. The apple wasn't going to do much more than produce just a circle, so we thought the other two would make more fun shapes. I'm going to trace the shadow of the pine cone at this point here in the sunshine using one color crayon, and then we'll do the same thing with the pig. You can see the shadows that were created now, and we'll come back in just a little while to see what they look like after the sun has shifted. So now it's been about 15 minutes or so, maybe a few extra, and we've watched to see what the sun does, and you can definitely see where the shadow has shifted. I used a red crayon the first time. I'm going to use a green one so we can see the difference in the shape. In these two pictures, you can see that the sun definitely, as it moved, caused our shadows to move as well. Look at the two different color outlines for both of our objects. For our next shadow drawing activity, we are going to use sidewalk chalk to trace our shadows on the ground. Because we ask that sidewalk chalk not be used in the parks, I am now at home in my own driveway. Ask for permission before using chalk at your house. A large piece of paper and crayons could be used instead. You'll see that I have some helpers with me, brothers Ben, Nate, and Noah, who are my neighbors. Ben started tracing Noah's feet, so he knows just where to stand when we come back to repeat this in just a little while. Ben did the same by tracing Nate's shadow. Look how straight and tall Nate decided to stand. When you're out in the sunshine, move in different poses and watch your shadow follow. Ben held his arms up for his shadow drawing. While it makes a fun shadow, hope that your partner draws quickly or your arms will surely get tired. Noah eagerly volunteered to trace my shadow too. My helpers are back and ready to stand in the same spots as before for another set of shadow drawings. First, Nate traced Noah's shadow. Then Ben did Nate's. Next, it was Nate's turn to trace Ben's shadow. And lastly, Noah did one of me again. How did they change this time? Did we get taller or shorter? We were out in the middle of the afternoon and our shadows got taller. Do you think the outcome will be the same if the activity is done in the morning sun instead? Try it out at multiple times of day and share what happens. Now from her office, Lynn has another fun shadow activity for us to try also. Have fun.
So if you've ever actually looked at the clouds and seen shapes of different animals like rabbits or dogs or maybe people, you can do the same thing with shadows. And when you see these weird shapes in things around you, it's got a special name. It's called pareidolia. So we're going to go out to the parking lot and see if we can see any shadows of the trees on the ground, see if we can imagine they're different animals.
Looking at this shadow, I see a dragon. So here's the snout with the sharp pointy teeth, and then two big ears. And then the back of the head's a bit weird, but there's the back of his head. And the bottom teeth. Again, got to have sharp teeth there. And then his eye. So, don't know if you can see what I kind of drew there, but this is my dragon. So what do you think you can find when you look for shadows in your yard?
So thanks for joining us today while we spent time here at Rentschler Forest Metro Park for our last of the Family Fun Friday series. We're sad that it's over, but certainly hope we'll be able to come to you in person next year.
You can find more education materials on both of our websites. Our website is butlerswcd.org.
And ours is yourmetroparks.net. And both places are on our Facebook pages. Share with us what you explored in your shadow drawing today as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.